Closed captioning for the Casey Malone Show is sponsored by Hunter Stevens Land Title Agency. Integrity, service, and commitment you can trust.
Oh yeah, Casey Malone is serving up local. It's time for the stories of our region, the tastes, the sights, the sounds, and the people in and around the valley. Get ready for some local flavor on the Casey Malone Show.
Today, we hike Nelson Kennedy Ledges State Park and walk the Falls Edge Glass Bridge. I also bake an excellent dessert, Neiman Marcus cake. But first, get your kicks on Route 66. It's 100 years old. Victor Stamelot is a traveling troubadour, and he is going throughout Ohio to all the library systems, and you are honoring the 100th anniversary of the Mother Road, Route 66. That's a great topic.
Yes, it is.
And when you were researching the song and the music to go with your presentation, how did you decide which songs to add?
I went on the internet and just punched in favorite songs people like to listen to while traveling on Route 66. There's a bunch out there, you'd be surprised, but the ones I picked are like Willie Nelson, On the Road Again, of course.
Perfect.
Born to Rewild.
Mm-hmm.
The Steppenwolf song that was also featured in Easy Rider, which features Route 66.
Exactly.
As well.
Captain America. Yeah, that's a great movie for Route 66, and I didn't even think about that. And when you're not promoting the 100th anniversary of Route 66, what do you do, Victor?
What do I do? Well, I've been performing for the last 15 years as a guitar instrumentalist around Northeast Ohio. Sometimes I go out of town here and there. As a soloist, I mix Latin jazz, rock music. Before that, I was in various bands, and me and Bobby hooked up. We had a band for about 10 years, a jazz rock band.
So you guys have been partnered for a while in the music scene, huh?
Yes, over 30 years.
Yeah, there's peace I know on this freedom road. Yeah, there's peace I know on this freedom road.
Well, Bobby is the bass player and the other half of the duo. And you're the one who came up with this idea for the 100th anniversary.
Yep.
And why were you drawn to Route 66?
Well, I had family that wanted to make this road trip, and unfortunately, the better half of a sister of mine passed away, couldn't realize the trip. And then we had two very good friends, probably a year and a half later, retired, actually leveled up their RV rig, and they said, we're doing it. And I said, why do you want to go? And she said, it's been a bucket list trip of mine for 50 years.
Your selection has all these themes, the allure, the history, the golden age, and then Victor picked the songs to go with it.
Yes, he did.
What did you learn that, you might not have known before?
Oh my gosh, the research, the history, the places to go. I just honed down on the fact that this road, it's all about us. It wasn't built by big business, it wasn't built by industry, it was built and it keeps going because of people just like you and me.
Right.
So that connection that we have with the people that come and they share their stories, we get so much more out of it than presenting to them. So it's just a really kind of cool connection that we can do.
Invincible and well disguised on a winning streak. I thought I'd never die. Broken wings.
Stephanie is a program specialist with the library system, and you are responsible for programming for adults, intergenerational, for 14 different branches. I had no idea we had that many.
We do. We have from Maine all the way to Sebring.
Because you guys have a full schedule. When you go online, really, that is a great resource.
Yeah, we have something for everyone. Our librarians follow a lot of the trends. So we try to bring our patrons fun stuff that's happening right now. We're starting our summer discovery program. It starts next week. It's like huge for us during the summer.
And there's so many more hands-on things with all these new libraries and all the updates. At every single branch, there is something going on every day for all ages.
Yeah, we try to have something for everyone. We have a lot of craft programs. Our Culinary Literacy Center has cooking programs a few times a week. We're really big on the America 250 right now.
Right.
We're trying to do as many programs as we can so we
So
can help celebrate.
what kind of programs are you going to book for the 250?
Well, on July 11th, we're gonna do, it's similar to like Walk on Wick that we used to do, but we're gonna have like stations and fun stuff for people to come do. We're gonna be like on the app so people can make sure to visit us. Our summer discovery is our big deal. We're having a kickoff party at Boardman Park next Saturday, so hopefully the weather holds out for that. And then during the first week of August, once our finishers are done with summer discovery, we have a huge party at all of the branches for them.
And what branches really get the most traffic? What do you see as like the ones that really are busy?
I mean, they all have a pretty good turnout.
I mean, the updates you've made here are
I think the renovation
unbelievable.
they did is really drawing people into it.
Do you get a lot from the university? Do you see a lot of students
We
taking
do.
advantage
Yeah,
of it?
we get few.
And what programs are you, what are your favorites? Because I know you've got to have a couple that you really enjoy yourself.
I love when we have performers like Bobby and Vic. It's so exciting to have, people come perform for our patrons. I love doing craft programs, and I have a book club, which I love.
So what is that, a monthly book that you get to select?
We meet every month, yeah, and we try to stick to like certain themes, but it depends on
What are you reading right now?
what is coming out. We just finished An Ember in the Ashes, actually just yesterday, by Saba Tahir. It's a young adult book.
So you've really got a lot going on with this 250th though.
We do. All of our programs are on our website. That's our most up-to-date calendar, so libraryvisit.org.
Dream on. Thank you all for coming. We love you. Take a trip tomorrow. Go. She is calling. Mother Road. Thank you so much. We hope to see you again. We hope to inspire you a little bit. Have a wonderful rest of your evening.
This is the Casey Malone Show.
This is Senior Solutions, brought to you by the Reese family, the owners of Briarfield Healthcare Centers. This new series will explain care programs available to your family. Right now, we're at Briarfield Place in Boardman. Well, Briarfield Place has a great location. You're right across from St. E's Boardman.
Yes.
But what happens if I have to follow up with the surgeon who did my surgery?
Once you are admitted to the facility, we have already received the information about your follow-up appointments and the specialist who saw you at the hospital. The medical director is following your overall care while you're here, but your follow-up appointments with the specialist who saw you at the hospital are important, so we will coordinate those for your continuum of care by providing transportation to get you to those appointments.
Briarfield knows you have lots of questions, and they have the answers. With Senior Solutions, you'll have a clear understanding of Briarfield's care programs.
I'm Elizabeth Bernard. For more than 30 years, I've provided our Valley with sound legal advice. My associate Jennifer Rigetti and I will be your legal representatives if you're involved in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident. Don't try to handle it yourself. We'll navigate the red tape of dealing with doctors, medical insurance, and all the obstacles that you'll face. Remember, there are no upfront fees on personal injury cases, and hiring a lawyer does not mean you have to go to court.
Call attorney Elizabeth Bernard, local legal experience for more than 30 years.
Welcome to Kamara Jewelers, a third-generation, family-owned business run by my brother, Rob, and I. We share a passion for beautiful jewelry and strive to help everyone find the perfect piece. From life celebrations to everyday moments, we've been honored to be a part of your story. Our collection ranges from unique natural diamonds to affordable styles, offering something for everyone. Come visit us anytime at Kamara Jewelers, where every piece tells a story.
Get real, get Kamara.
Hi, I'm John Stanko.
And I'm Robbie Fellman from Boardman Subaru, home of the 2026 Subaru Forester Hybrid and Crosstrek Hybrid.
Two of the most fuel-efficient Subarus ever, with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive and up to 40% better city fuel economy than gas models.
all from Subaru, the brand rated #1 in safety, product quality, and dependability.
Come test drive the new Crosstrek Hybrid or Forester Hybrid today.
Only at Boardman Subaru, just south of Route 224 on South Avenue.
GABA Camp is open year-round for adults with disabilities and their families. GABA Camp is compliant with the ADA for accessibility. A paved wheelchair path provides scenic and recreational opportunities for everyone. We still have much more to offer. GABA Camp is a 501c3 for the betterment of people with intellectual, physical, and developmental disabilities from all walks of life. Donate now. Your help is needed. Giving is living.
You won't go home hungry from Carmela's. Come see us for family-inspired Italian favorites. We're open 6 days a week for lunch and dinner. Carmela's Cafe Italian Eatery, just like Grandma used to make, on Western Reserve Road in Boardman.
You better come on in my kitchen.
Now, a few years ago, I made a cake called the St. Louis Butter Cake. And I thought that that was a good representation of the butter cake that I love from Aqua Plaza Restaurant. And recently, I stumbled upon this recipe, and it's called the Neiman Marcus cake. It is also a butter cake, and this is the real deal. This is so easy to make. It only has 6 ingredients. You make it in a 13x9 pan, so there is a lot of it. And you will not believe how delicious this cake is. So let's go over the ingredients, and we are going to make some Neiman Marcus cake. For this recipe, you'll need one 15¼ ounce box of yellow cake mix, 4 large eggs, 1/2 cup of butter melted, 1 teaspoon vanilla, 3 1/2 cups powdered sugar, and 8 ounces of cream cheese softened. Before I get started, I preheated the oven to 350 and I greased and prepared a 13x9 pan. And this cake is basically 2 layers. The one with the cake mix, and then you add 2 eggs. We're just gonna add it all right now. The vanilla and the melted butter. Now this is going to be your base layer batter, and it is going to be pretty gluey and thick, and that will serve as the base. So we'll start doing this over medium, and we'll get this combined. So you can see how thick this base layer is going to be. And my girlfriend taught me this trick. I sprayed this with a non-stick spray, so it doesn't, the dough doesn't really stick to it, and it's easier to work with. So what we're gonna do is take this really thick batter, and we are going to evenly spread it over the bottom of this pan. And that will be the first layer. We're not gonna bake it or anything, but we gotta get this prepared for layer number 2. So it spreads pretty easily, but it's really, I don't know, thicker than Play-Doh, I guess. And all we want to do is just spread it and pat it down and get this evenly layered on the bottom. So that was layer 1. We got it nice and evenly distributed. And now layer 2, 3½ cups of powdered sugar. That's a lot. But wait until you see the end result. Definitely worth it. So I've softened up some regular cream cheese. This is not low fat. And again, 2 eggs. Now we're gonna blend this for a while to make sure it's blended well and it is creamed together nicely. It'll probably take about 4 or 5 minutes. So it is nice and smooth. There are no bumps or lumps from the sugar or the cream cheese. So now we will put the second layer in. And this is a lot more liquidy than the first one. And you are just going to pour this over. And see how easily it just glides over that base layer. And we'll just smooth it. You don't have to smash it in or anything. We'll just smooth it over to make sure that that is even and that every nook and cranny gets that. No bubbles, it looks great. And now we are going to put this in the oven 35 to 45 minutes. We are going to check it at 35. You know, everyone's oven is different, but we'll check it. It'll be pulled away a bit from the sides and it'll still be a little gooey and ooey in the middle, but we just want the toothpick to come out clean. So we'll get this in the oven right now. You're a big fan of this cake, aren't you?
Yes, I love it. I could spend all day with that. I know exactly what to do. Yeah.
I had to bake this for about 45 minutes for it to come out clean, but it takes a long time to cool.
I mean, I can't, it's so amazing the smell that comes out of there. I mean,
you'll see when it is cold, there's like 2 distinctive layers and it's just heaven on a plate. Now, I'm gonna kick it up a notch.
Are you?
This is from the other day when I made it. I saved, these are the last 2 pieces.
The magic of television.
Because everybody loves this. I thought,
I'm gonna get ready.
I'm not gonna drizzle on top, but I'm gonna put it to the side.
All right.
I, mashed up some strawberries, lemon juice, little sugar, and then whipped it up.
Which it doesn't need. I mean, it stands tall on its own.
So we're going to do a little taste test. The first one without, okay?
All right.
This is no strawberry. Absolutely.
It melts in your mouth.
All right. Second one.
Okay.
I'm going to try the strawberry. I think I'm going to like it. I like the tang that it imparts. I do. I like it both ways.
Like it. Yeah.
But you don't have to use this because absolutely it is fine on its own. I'm just playing around. And honestly, wow, this is delicious. And when you're entertaining, look at the amount of dessert that you have.
All you need is a sliver,
and you don't need a lot. It's
or
very
8
rich.
of them.
Right. Ken was going up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I know. I was sleep eating.
Yes, so go to my website, CaseyMaloneShow.com. Look for this recipe. It is the Neiman Marcus cake dupe. And I think you are going to love it. It is delicious, and I think we finally found
it. Certainly looks a lot better
recipe.
than that you were milking that goat and everything. And I mean, now I feel a lot better now.
With these hands.
Yes.
That milked a goat.
Yes.
Also prepared.
You know how many texts I got about that?
It was awesome.
You know who you
Amy
are.
It was cool. It was cool. All right. Go to my website. You're going to love it.
Wow.
And keep me posted because you're going to make this a lot.
The Casey Malone Show will be right back with more local flavor.
At Window World, family is the heart of our business.
And we're committed to giving you the family treatment too.
From your free estimate to installation and long after, whether replacing windows, entry doors, or the siding you've dreamed of.
We promise to treat your home like it's our own.
It's what we've stood behind for all these years. And for years to come, we'll continue to say,
not only do we stand behind our windows,
we stand on them.
Locally sourced is good, whether it's ingredients or a bank. And that's why my bank is Farmers National Bank. Since 1887, Farmers has remained rock solid through every economic condition. Having a bank with a history of safety, soundness, and conservative management is a must. It all boils down to this. You need a bank that will help you reach your goals. I do too, and Farmers is mine. Farmers National Bank, rock solid.
As we look right up on these trees right there, we can see what we call blazes or trail
Okay,
markers.
yeah.
And as we can see from this map, Falls Edge glassed walkway, the glass bridge is on the white trail. So we're gonna head up this way. It's about a 4/10 of a mile round trip. So we got a couple minute walk ahead of us.
And then, will we get a really nice view of Minnehaha Falls? Is that why this selection was chosen?
So that was one of the big choices. It really centered on the gorge, and the waterfall is part of that gorge. The other big component to this is these, what we call points of interest, now have these new kiosk maps at them, or signs that kind of tell you what you're looking at. And we're going to cross a couple of those and we can stop and see them as well.
Very cool. So peaceful. And even though there's people all around, you still have moments to yourself. I mean, it's just beautiful.
It's a light to moderate hike over an uneven terrain, and the entire park's like this. So we're on the easiest of our 4 trails. This one's, it's not bad. So as you can see, we have a concrete apron that leads up to the walkway along with the boot brush, and a little sign to kind of tell people. Then we get out onto the walkway. So the big part that I tell people is when you get out there, be mindful of the moment and kind of take it in. You're gonna feel your heart race a little bit, and the smiles kind of come from there.
How involved were you with figuring out where this bridge would be?
So we obviously had a design build team with engineers and architects and an ODNR's engineering side to help out with this stuff, but we had a whole team of professionals from the initial stages
and you
that
knew,
looked
like, what you wanted to highlight.
We knew the whole park, and we evaluated each of the areas, and we kind of chose this because we thought it was going to be the best and most appropriate place to put something like this.
You do have the sun.
Yeah,
you know,
it's nice.
the clearing of the trees, so you could really take advantage of this glass.
Yeah. So as we walk out here, this is where the walkway gets its name, Falls Edge Glass Walkway. It's one of the few spots that you kind of walk out and you're looking out and over and down on a waterfall.
Wow. Wow. This is freaky geeky. I love this. I mean, it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
And we've had no shortage of water lately.
Yeah, so that's the awesome side to this, is right now we're getting a ton of people. We've had tens of thousands of people that have come to see this place in the recent weeks since it's opened. And we're looking for continued visitors in the years to come.
And this is the Minnehaha Falls.
Yes, this is upper, and that was lower Minnehaha Falls.
It's freaky looking down though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's freaking me out a little bit.
I built one of these at the Grand Canyon too.
So this is the first of its kind in ODNR's catalog of offerings. So there wasn't really anything that we had in our catalog statewide that was anything like this, and it's one of the neat sides that makes it very unique and special. Yep. We have folks coming from all areas. We've had people from 16 states call, including Canada, that all want to visit Ohio, and that's just awesome.
So out of all the state parks, how did we choose Nelson?
So this one was part of ODNR director Mary Mertz's vision. You know, she kind of had the idea and was the brainchild behind it, and she knew she wanted this up at Nelson and kind of took us to task, and we went through that design build phase and got our, engineers and architects and the consulting firms and kind of materialized from there.
How long from beginning to end of this project did it take?
So there were some challenges with construction from the design build stage. I'd say it was in a 2 to 3 year time frame. So the vision for this happened in the early 2020s, and we started construction a little bit over 2 years ago. Obviously the steel was all manufactured in Ohio.
Wow.
These are specialized glass components that are inserts that go in here These aren't things that you buy off the
No,
shelf.
these are very specialized pieces. I mean,
Required
these
a
are
little
not
bit
gonna
of
rust.
Yeah.
The power coating and you know.
So it's a very robust structure. It's designed to last for years to come, but a lot of thought went into the design to be able to still allow us to connect with nature.
I love it. And the
this blends in
at the end.
the way it cantilevers out, and we think
May
it's
I
just.
ask what the price tag on this little baby was?
It was in the $1.6 million range, and that includes the bridge or the walkway and the wayfinding stations that we've seen around the park.
Well, that seems pretty fair.
Yeah. So I can tell you, like I said, since we've opened, tens of thousands of people have come here to visit. And, you know, there's people visiting from all over. It obviously doesn't cost anything to visit Ohio State Parks, including this place, but many of these folks are going and visiting our surrounding restaurants, and you know there's a lot of great places to eat in the Mahoning Valley.
I mean, there is a lot happening, and they're, you know, introducing themselves to all these great places around here because it really is beautiful. And as you said, it's free, and you really got to get back into nature because it's a quality of life. It's a sanity issue, really.
Yeah, as we talked about, you know, you had some visionaries in the Mahoning Valley, Volney Rogers, and
I know, he's one of your heroes.
One of my heroes, recognized the importance of preserving nature and giving us a place to connect and still enjoy it.
Right. I mean, we've just got to keep these special places, you know, untouched. I love what you've done here.
Thank you.
And I will be back. I mean, this is actually a place where you take friends that are from out of town and that.
Yes.
It's that special.
Yeah, so we've had people from all walks of life and all over that have come here, and it's going to continue. And we're ready and happy that they're coming here. So,
hey, you keep me in the loop.
Will
Continue
do.
to razzle dazzle me, John.
I'll try. I will try.
For more information regarding any content from our show, please visit our website, CaseyMaloneShow.com. Your comments and ideas are appreciated. The Casey Malone Show is sponsored in part by Denise and John York and the DeBartolo Corporation.